The CBCC test and the IAABC test, the behavior test, but I'm like, I know I need to learn more about the anatomy, but I'm like, this isn't, rote memorization is not my forte. Hi. Oh my gosh, that's very cute. That's very cute. We're gonna let the puppies get the wiggles out, and then we'll go do some training.
So what are you doing? Are you finding another toy for you? You can find another toy for you. That's a good toy for you. No.
Excuse me, no thanks.
You asked the dog. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think we'll ever have a problem with his jumping. But we'll see. Yeah. I can do that thing that I love.
No, you really can't.
Oh, sweetheart. Heidi, what do you buy for can you do this? Yeah.
Let's separate.
Let's see.
Hey, let's see if Milo can get used to her first.
Hi, you. Good.
Milo?
Yes. Good. Oh, you
Milo and Teddy,
You're so smart, Milo.
they've got a nice play style.
Oh, good dog. That was excellent. That was excellent. How about, I wonder if it hurts you to sit. That's-
Yeah, so I told it I didn't ask for it.
No, I didn't ask either because he did it, but then,
Yep,
yeah.
agreed. So I tend to ask for touches, name recognition,
Yeah.
handling stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I just suspect he's gonna need a lot of handling stuff.
Right. Right.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yes.
Oh, can you do? Oh, you're.
I'm gonna lose a finger or two with you.
That was so fine. You remember, I know I scared you that time when I wasn't out when you first came in.
Yes.
Oh, you did get.
Oh, you need it. If you come in and you're there, you're good. Did that? Yes.
Yeah. It was definitely
Oh, good
more
dog.
apprehensive with people. The first few times, hi, do you remember me? I know, there we go, we go to the skirt. We go to the skirt. There's a puppy Labrador in there.
There is. There's a sweet baby in there.
Hi, good job. Hang on, my dude, I need to borrow your friend for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. It's a power hour video going on. Oh,
Oh my God, we had forgot. We had
hang on, my dude. Hang on, my dude. This is not my favorite.
good. That was really fun. No, wow, good. Oh, you're so smart. You're such a smart baby. Yes. Oh, good dog. Look at
I'm
you.
scared.
That was amazing. You don't have to do that. But if you want to do that, that's lovely. That's so lovely. Good. Is it easier for you to be a down dog? You don't have to do it. All right. Oh, good dog. Oh. That's with me? Oh, darn.
With me.
Yes. How about we try a different game? Want to try a different game?
With me? With me.
Yes.
With me.
Yes. Yes. Good dog. What a smart dog you is.
With me.
Yes. Yes. Smart dog.
Yes, good boy.
Yes.
With me.
Excellent. Yes. No, we should step
Good
with
job.
it. We step with it. We can put that with it.
Sweet boy.
With me? Yes. Oh, you're so good. That was so good. Oh my gosh, man, didn't it?
With me.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
job.
Yes. Good.
Good job.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Did I ask for a sit, please?
Yes, good job. Good job.
Yes.
Good dog.
With me?
Smart man.
Yeah.
Good. I know, they're right behind you. You're doing so well with it. You're doing so well with it. Oh, good job. Smart. You're so smart.
Right, so much potential there with the brains.
Here's another tiny issue that we have for you. Because you feel like you could used to be a lighter dude for your hips, and yet you're so removed.
Yeah, so one of the things somebody said, pointed out, because when I took the video of him, I sent it to one of our doctors, and they were like, he could also stand to lose a couple pounds. Yeah, but it's not, I get it, but I do really think that's the issue.
It's not the main issue, but yeah, it's a good job. Well, you're fine where you are. I think you're fine where you are.
I think it's hard to get in the exercise he needs.
Right. Swimming. I want to get swimming.
Oh, yeah, maybe sending him up to,
Maybe.
K9.
What is that place? Yeah.
Canine swim, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's two, there's one in Maryland, one in Virginia. Aquatics, canine aquatics, canine aquatics.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, you want to try this again?
Are you up?
With me.
You'll be up with me?
Yes.
Well, you want to walk?
With me?
You're not going to walk.
Yes.
Let's
That was
more
very
fun.
fun. With me. Yes.
Oh, you did so excellently. I was so impressed with you. I was just unbelievable.
I
You're the
know.
man. You are so the man.
Oh.
Oh, that's so nice. You don't have to do that though. So I love that you did.
I can't imagine not taking a lab every time you ask.
I know. Because I have these very, very contradictory, competing things. And can you walk? Yes,
With me?
Good.
Yes, that is where I want you. Can you sit next to me? That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you down?
No.
Yes. Sit.
Yes.
Down.
Are you
Yes.
done with that game?
Sit.
Yes.
Go get it. That was a
We have water for you. We have water for you. Hey, my love, I'm.
Actually, I think you probably both need a water break too. There's a lot of Mika hair waiting for you in the middle there, Jordana. She shedded all the hair out. You want some water? You want to go play with your friend for a minute? Come on, Hey, go play for a minute. Hi, it's very cute Labrador. See Labrador.
First garden between these two?
No,
Find it.
don't think so. Look at that hightail. Look at that hightail. What's that saying? What's that going on?
Labradors, there might be food molecules on the floor. Oh my gosh. Better check.
Hi, Louise.
Okay, my two are very good at cleaning the counters. I'm not as good as cleaning the floor. Oh, so much yum. So much yum. I should ask what breeder Teddy is from. I kind of like him. He looks like he's put together pretty well. You know, it's also so hard for me to look at a lab and be like, you're put together well.
I know, it's so weird because life has changed, I think. Well, we had a lab when I was growing up, many years ago. And he was a big bone dog, but not chunky like this. More like this, but like a 20 pounds bigger. But now he's this real stocky kind of lab.
Ruby was built very proportional, but she's a little nutball.
Ruby Lab?
Ruby Lab.
We had a Ruby Lab.
Oh, Ruby, infamous Ruby, who came to 10,000 classes. That's the most lovely family.
Oh.
But I mean, it's like she's just got a caffeine drip. That's how we
Yeah.
met.
But only
Well,
here.
never stops here.
Only here.
No,
I didn't hear.
Across it for the right direction. She was.
She was at
I mean, maybe it's definitely worse here, but I don't think she was. She still had a hard time, you know, with stimulation.
Oh.
She didn't come down super easy, but
That you have upper limit.
Like, they also have yard and have lots of options. They have a nice, lovely walkable neighborhood with trails.
I hear you, I hear you. She says, I don't do the leap over thing. Do you want to do this? You can do this.
Yay, good job.
Yay.
You know, we could work on place with the floor mat with you. Where did the floor mat go? There's the floor mat.
Where did it
No, she
Oh,
cleaned
this
this.
helping? You're so helpful. I know. Hi, sweetheart. You're very helpful. That was helpful.
Let's see what Gwen's doing.
She's finding a map for me. This is a good.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you want to work with me for a couple minutes? We'll swap puppets. We'll swap puppets. Okay, we're going to come work on some floor mat. Eddie, you have Eddie. Hang here. Mr. Milo. Milo. Hi, dude. Milo. Milo.
Oh, I have a game for you. I do have a game for you.
Milo. Hey, let's work on a little bucket game. We'll work on a little mat work and a little bucket game.
You can have yours.
Airplane game. The airplanes.
Oh!
That hands down is the game that works
Good.
best in teaching my shepherd not to eat my fingers.
Good job. That was good.
This is little moving game and we'll do a little bucket game, okay?
A bucket game would be.
Right? Bucket game would be amazing for Mr. Milo. Bring this over here. You need to be part of the paparazzi this weekend. To be part of the social media.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I think you could do a little better. I think you could do a little better. Yes, that was excellent. That was so excellent. I saw that moment where you went, and then you went, oh, maybe not. It was hard. Good. Good. Oh, I have another good game for you. This game. You play this game.
I have treats for you too. Are you ready?
What happens if I say down?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Go get it.
Can you try again?
Please.
Head down.
Yes. Go get it. Please. Yes.
One.
Go get it. Please. Yes. Go get it. Please. Yes. Go get it. Milo, please. Oh, you did work.
Yes.
Good job. Go
Yes.
get it.
Okay, we're gonna work on that game. 'Cause I think that's the
Yes.
game that you can do some work.
Go get it. Milo,
Good.
please.
And
Yes. Go get it.
you thought.
Milo, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Go get it.
Good.
Milo, please. Yeah. Go get it. Milo, please. Yes. Go get it. Please.
Good.
Yes. Go get it. I meant to get, I'm gonna go get another room today and another mom. It is nice when there's two people actually available to have two people so you can not lose Please. Yes. Plus, that was also been retaped how many times?
I know, I got this during the plumbing issue.
That's why
Pretty old.
Speedy's back there too, no. Please. Yay! Go get it. Please.
Yes. Good. Wow.
Go get it.
Like these
Good.
hard Bristol ones.
Please.
A
Yes.
little easier with all the crevices.
And we'll go and see if I can have one. Please. Yes. Look at you. I cheated a little bit there. Good job. All done. We do some bucket seats. You do it down.
Oh, no. Good.
Oh, big sigh.
Good.
Oh, big sigh. Can you do it down?
Good.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Yes.
Not a big fan of having our left ear touched, I don't see anything there.
You guys have a very boring view. Let me turn you.
Well done. Good job, buddy. Good job. I know I'm gonna give you a break because I'm also trying to get you some exercise.
Well, we need to get our tongue tucked back in our mouth and then that other thing.
It might just fall off. I don't know.
It just fall out.
Okay, okay.
Good job, buddy.
You wanna play for a minute?
That was so good. Want to play?
Maybe. No, I don't know.
No.
What about Jordana around? She might drop treats.
More interesting than the two ladies in the two houses. No. Oh, look at me. You're training me. You're training me.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. What are you doing? You do a little play wrestle? Little play wrestle? Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. This is so much better. This is the, we're just having one other dog here. It's the first time I've seen him play. And Teddy's on his play. What you doing? Go bite your head. I feel like Teddy knows how to play, and Marla's trying to figure out how to play. No.
Yeah. But I think there's also part of the doggy dress from, can I do this play thing that I just thought of and want to do?
Don't
Then
sit
there's
on
that.
him.
Then there's
Don't
this.
sit on him. We need him in one piece.
Yeah.
All right, you're nice. Hi. This is the only thing with me taking the collar off of you. Good job. Good job. Take a break. That's right. Take a break. Just for good job. Good job. Go play. Oh my gosh, that was exhausting. That's how I feel after a workout, dude. Like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, I'm done. Who needs a Peloton? Sell it on the black market. Hi, what you guys doing? I used to walk for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles a day with Lemon because yeah, I like walking and she liked walking. But, you know, slow down. She walks much. And Ben just doesn't care. She just doesn't care about walking that much. She likes to, she had a 20-minute pull-up run sprint. She goes
She likes to be busy and.
She likes to do the training. She likes to do running, sprinting.
Take a break, take a break.
Walking is not her thing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do when my dog is not with me, because he likes to walk and we like to look at birds and like go to the park and it's all great. And he has kind of a badly healed paw, so I'm conscious of wearing him out, because he won't want to do himself.
She goes and goes and goes and goes, and we're walking along, and all of a sudden her feet come out from her back end, and she goes and goes, and she doesn't stop her. Doesn't stop. But
We had to call for a rescue the other day, because he stopped.
Oh, good big man.
All right, fine.
there we go. We could do more laying down and playing, Molly. That would be very nice. And that would be really nice. And then I also want to make sure I stop this before we accidentally injure ourselves. What's that? Does it?
That's what I was like, he's a little different than the other ones. He's the first one that they had that, substitution. I'm superior to these people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have them.
I didn't realize they had other labs still alive.
I thought they did.
Yeah, maybe, I just didn't put two and two.
Hey, that's right.
Okay, take a break.
Take a break.
Take a break.
That
That
is
is
it.
not
You did good. But the coming right after the next. connected.
What we
doesn't it?
said.
You're right.
I realize he has lots of extra skin and it made it look like it's a toy.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, look at him. Bye. What are we gonna do? We're gonna breathe now. We're gonna take a water break.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna take a water break.
Hang on, honey.
Take-
Oh, nice job.
Oh, right there.
Other.
So helpful.
That's very helpful. You guys are just all over coffee. You are coffee.
Good boy. You in this little tree?
So nice.
Do you want to do some more touch game? You want to do some more bucket game? You can do that.
Were you volunteering at your dog?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. It was nice because they used to have a evening with it was called Pack Walk. And it was
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met him. And then I did the behavior and training class with him. Oh, you know what, Happy Dog? That was not what I had in mind. Happy Dog.
Great.
That's
Do they not do pack walk anymore?
No, they don't. There's a different thing called Pack that came over from New York Avenue that's running in Black Creek.
Yeah.
Which is great because the dogs get out with a little harness on, it's like adopt me. But it's not all the dogs can walk, and not all, not all the volunteers can run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm focused, I just to get it on like.
Let alone run with a 50-pound adolescent dog. It's like, I imagine it's a lot of
Hi.
who's pulling who,
Yeah.
but I do like that they
Well, the
do
other
more.
thing is great for the dogs that, really need to be run around, but I really like the pack walk, so I'm so kind of sad that it's gone. And also the class for some dogs is gone too, not
Aw.
Oh.
They do classes still, right?
No,
They're just
do
for
classes,
adopters?
But the one that used to be the basic manners for shelter dogs, that one kind of doesn't happen right now.
No, they do classes.
The old Memorial building on Oglethorpe, that still exists, right?
Yeah, they're still there. There's
Yes.
going to be a new building down somewhere.
They were talking about that when I was there.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 2017.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's gonna happen because they are closing in New York Avenue and there is money and there's this new director.
Oh, I know it's a new
But
director.
I don't know, maybe you know, relatively new, Lisa LaFontaine.
Yes.
What was his name?
You did good. Lisa
Yes.
LaFontaine.
Oh, yeah, I know Lisa.
Yeah. So I think it is gonna happen. This is. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, did you help with all that? You did help with all that. So how can we do something with you? Because you were so helpy.
I worked in where I was at in the National Zoo too. We had a building that was supposed to be open in 2019. And I left in 18 and I still not wasn't good. It just takes construction is always longer than you think.
Well, fundraising is always longer, and
Yes.
construction is delayed, and then there's permitting, and then you need like some kind of city thing to approve it. And say, is this architecturally sound?
Do you know where they're planning on building it?
I've been told that it doesn't stay in my brain.
Yeah, same. The way, I left for the last time in 2013 and they,
Do eye contact?
as a staff member, and it was supposed to be like where their spay neuter clinic used to be, which might still be there in Southeast, like Navy Yard or.
Oh, yes, actually, I think that is where it is.
Yes.
Can we go back to our game?
Yes.
Sit down, okay?
Stop, right.
That's, you're doing a different game. My game is the down.
Yes.
They really are. Might work with somebody else.
Yes.
Did you go with the game with you? I don't see it with you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, do you know this game? I think you're telling me
Yes.
you know this game.
because they raised the prices. So heads up, they raised the prices like by $5 unless you buy the big bag. And it looks exactly like a small bag, just a bigger version. I was like, I expected a dog food bag, and it's just a giant version of the zipper. Like, that's super funny.
I saw the price go up and I actually stopped buying it because there was like no room in our tiny house for the giant bag of, mostly because now my whole kitchen is now a doggy treadmill, the fluid pet buttons. Marion's starting to look at me like, that is a kitchen, you know that, right? And I'm like,
How are the dogs liking the treadmill?
A doggy treadmill, wow.
so we were lucky and we got a doggy treadmill from a client. The dogs love the treadmill. Dog doesn't like to run on it, but walk, jog, trot, she can go through her paces. She's still not sure about running on it. Lemon just goes like this on it. She's like, she's happy as a clown. Happy as a clown. And I've got both the dogs now, like, I actually realized they're doing it completely voluntary. There's no even, I took off the overhead bar, because you could actually tell the overhead bar made actually Bug go like, what the heck is this thing over me?
Yeah.
So, and she has learned, we've got a mat set up, when I run them on it, I have a mat set up on next to it, so now they're hopping on and off it while it's moving safely. But I've got them to hop on and off of it, but they love it. They also, we just added our, we're now up to 6 words on the fluid pet buttons. Tell the dogs being able to, so there's a couple of different dogs out there. What about Bunny as one? Hunger for words is a second. But they're diving into how do dogs use and interpret English language. And it's all buttons that have words associated with the buttons. What about Bunny is the absolute most fascinating to see, because she's working on now, later, morning, afternoon, friend, stranger, and then like all the obvious outside ball, tug, sound. But we just added our 6th button, and I made like 5 mistakes teaching it. It was just differentiating between toys, and then she got it. Like 9 minutes into it, you tell like she got it. She's like, oh, this means you get me the ball, and I'm like, yes. But I'm like, right now my dining room / kitchen looks like a giant dog training room.
Gotta push Marion for that 2-acre property.
With a training garage that is temperature controlled, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
That would be nice. What do you do?
I really like it. The treadmill is good. I don't know that I'll end up keeping the treadmill because I'm kind of like, because my dogs get enough exercise without it. It was a fun thing to teach. I taught it with the intention of, can I switch Bug over to running alongside me on a scooter?
Yeah.
And I think, well, let's let him train for another minute. And that all worked out well. He's doing some training. So, yeah, so there might be one when I know the couple of clients that might potentially buy it too, so I'll reach out to them first.
What almost hours
I also, so the treadmill that I got from the client is also, it's an electric one, you push the button and it goes at certain speeds. And if I had the money and the space, I would get a slack mill one that's totally dog driven. I would not. But I was like, the situation worked out. I'm like, oh, I've never trained this, let me see if I can do it.
Right, I would turn it out.
Right, it was fun to do, but I would, hands down, I'm like, if you can find one and afford one, I would do a slap mill. Or a carpet mill, either or, but I would rather have a dog powered one. It's been super hard trying to figure out what Bug's running pace is on
What did you say, Noodle?
the treadmill.
What did you say? The playtime?
Let's go say hi again. Oh my goodness. Go, Russell.
The lab said, but we were in the food motivated training mode.
We do other training. It's so good. It's so wonderful. Hello, my friends.
I've been listening to more and more stuff that's talking about heavy bone dogs, generally having more city appropriate
Is that a
temperaments
Is that a
and like
euphemism?
a lot of good data points to basically say like, why aren't we breeding
Oops, that's
heavier
a
bone
heavy
dogs?
bone
So maybe
dog.
that's why there's more labs like that now. Is they're selecting more for temperament than
Oh,
that
like
field
how-
look?
Like how you bred the foxes down to get the white floppy-eared foxes because their temperament is more domesticated?
Right, like there's a pretty good collection of information that equals.
Do they know it's linked?
No, I don't think they do know it's linked, but I think there's like I said, there's enough there. Like, why aren't we breeding more heavy bone dogs, right? Like, also I think too, a lot of dogs that tend to be a little bit more sensitive, a little bit flightier, a little bit more environmentally sensitive tend to be the really light bone dogs, right? And most of the stuff is that I've been listening to is just talking a lot about how the world has changed and how
Frenchies are extremely popular because
why a lot of our dog breeds is it ethical to keep breeding them for a nostalgia reason when they are not suited for 80% of the population, which now lives in a high density area.
Right.
Doesn't live rural. It's like, should we be breeding, border collies for agility, through the agility?
Australian shepherds.
Right.
Yes.
And bringing them into the city and then watching them, their minds melt.
Yeah. And
Right.
complain about barking, like that's not maladaptive. That is
Right.
what they were bred to do. But
Oh, what a good dog.
controversial stuff. Good job.
Passionate people that don't like to hear it. They really don't like to hear it.
Passionate people what?
People are passionate about a breed, don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
to hear that.
No. And I bet a lot of them too are like the homes for them, right? It's like the Tulsas that we were just talking about. I bet there is a usefulness to them in certain things, but maybe not dog fighting.
If I had, and I probably wouldn't pick a Tosa because it's not my breed,
Yeah.
but if I had 5-10 acres, if I have 5-10 acres out in the country, I want a couple of bigger dogs to
Yeah.
watch the property.
Yeah.
I want that, but I
Right.
would get shepherds.
Right.
Because I just don't care that much about the mastiff look personality.
I love the big burly look. I just don't like the lifespan.
The slobber. I guess part
Well,
of it is
also,
like
yeah,
this,
they like to be 8 or 10.
Yeah, it's I couldn't
Yeah.
handle
Yeah.
the lives to 6 or 7.
I know. I like that look too, but they really don't have
Yeah. Good job. Good job, puppies. Good job. I still feel so conflicted about it. I love looking at dog breeds. I don't know if I'll ever buy one. I'll just look at them for the next 50 years.
Mary tells me this week we saw a cattle dog in the park. It's actually a pretty nice cattle dog. She's like, what's that? Give me one of those.
And you're like, that's a lab. You keep walking off.
I like the only one I don't are really quirky.
All of the ones that we've had in the past are super quirky.
I had one come in through rescue, and she was, I would have taken her home in a heartbeat. Ooey gooey. I'm like, you must be mixed with a Cavalier. Like, but she looked spot on like a cattle dog.
Yeah.
It's the squashes.
Oh, there's some nice. He's holding his weight up.
Teddy's like, I get you with my dog. Hold on.
It's like you took my friend.
Consent.
It's my friend.
Oh, that was very actual.
My goodness.
I'm impressed.
My goodness. We didn't know you could move that well, I did.
That was quite something.
So cute. These two boys.
Jerry and Robert, that's a lovely little deal.
They're so cute. Any of you guys know of anyone in the area who's doing any vets you'd recommend? Of course I have Palisades, but a lot of places are just totally booked out.
It's Palisades and Clarendon. And then I love Dr. Tammy, who's from Home Creek Mobile, but she's booked.
She's booked too. Okay.
I like Dr. is Dr. Bowden, who's got Silver Spring with Dr. Krishna, who's also a lot of and their prices are reasonable.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Oh,
Yeah, welcome to the jungle. in there, we're being a little naughty, but we did switch.
He's like, I got him.
We did a little role reversal. Can he
I think Milo's
Yeah.
panicking a little bit.
I don't think that my own can do it. Okay, whoa, Teddy, whoa.
She's like, you don't have a collar.
Whoa.
Milo!
Okay.
Did you do it?
Yeah, you did.
Hi, Daddy.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Daddy. Did you get? Oh, that was a proper pummel.
Oh, watch that.
It's like I'm
You
back.
guys are wondering to watch that, yeah.
I like how they just kind of both like jump and pop off the other one. Boom.
This is gonna be hard play, but they're not quite at that lying down, lying down stage, they were kind of.
Yes, if you could just lay down and mouth wrestle,
Right,
I would be super thrilled.
right. But they're not.
No, we got lots of back foot action going on, saying
Eat off and eat off and.
we're all a little afraid that Milo's going Milo's going down.
Like, it's fall down.
Goofball.
Take a breath, take a breath.
Oh, it's so tough.
Take a breath.
He really does. He like goes to the corner of the ring. He's like, retain my hands, guys. Let's go back to drama.
Nice. Thank you for eating my mask.
Oh, are you a math eater? That's who you're supposed to get.
Oh.
Oh, good job, guys.
Bug is asleep. Never seen her asleep back here.
Gabby Penton. I wasn't gonna do it on the weekends, and then I'm like, you know what? She hates the noise of the gates. I'm like, I should try it. Ever since, she's been sleeping in here.
What's her dose?
300?
Okay, well they recommended 300 for him, so.
Because mine probably is 100 twice a day for the, for the.
So she said, because it's not a pain issue, it's a noise issue, she's like, it's gonna be higher than the pain dose. And she's like, it might make her super sleepy. I'm like, it doesn't. It lets her sleep. Period. But we had, so there was that house 2 doors down that they completely took down. Oh, honey, okay. They completely took down, they didn't rebuild it, so she's been up at 7 a.m. pacing. And I'm like, man, I just thought it was breaking my heart, and then like Silvio's not cutting it. I was so happy we got the speaking of the other kind of like.
You guys know what cheese sounds like?
Literally that big.
You've had cheese before, haven't you?
She was back outside laying on the bed.
Drop.
And then that same day that I started running out of Penton, and she's back outside and holding Mama, the stuff that my immediate next door.
Correct.
Jack went,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
She didn't care. She was playful. She like,
Wow.
like, when a med makes like immediate difference.
Yeah.
My shin hit that one's head. Didn't even seem to bat an eye.
I don't think Lemon really wants you jumping on her crate.
This one likes cheese.
Oh, we need to work on some not jumping on the counters. Is that what we're hearing?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, ugh, Deborah Penton is my new best friend ever. Just situationally. But yeah, she's never slept before on the weekends. Is there no trash?
Oh.
No, outside.
Oh,
Much
nice.
food. There's trash in there.
You want me to put this back in?
Sure.
Oh, I had nothing. I know, they're real sweet.
Squeaker. What else we got? Any other trash?
Definitely put it over there.
Oh, there's people here?
Yeah.
Where's the poop?
I think it's on the laundry bag.
Okay.
Probably my fault.
Poop, no, got it. Oh man, that's Stevie poop.
Oh. Well, we thought the room was done because of me. More trash?
Oh, honey! You guys saw on there.
Milo! Can you hear?
Where's my dog?
I've never been to Cloud.
I've called him like 4 times and there's not even not anything there. No, that's, he must have heard something there.
Or he just turned around.
Or just turned around.
Poopity poop. You guys are
Hear
gross.
that?
There you go. There's a check.
the sound loud.
I had some other dog recently that I had somebody double check, and I think we're still on the fence. Who was it?
Did you Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I have a deaf Great Pyr right now. I have a deaf Aussie, a deaf Boxer, all the breeds that are normally hearing issues. The Pyr I was a little surprised about.
What? Who are you surprised about?
The deaf Pyrenees. But it's the same deaf Pyrenees that we've been working with for the past year. They never came back to class. They went to... And it is time for pickup.